Hello and welcome to the Afrocentric Woman. I'm your host, the Afrocentric Woman, and we are going to be talking about trauma-based entitlement. We are going to be talking about. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I got a little feedback. Let me put this in my Bluetooth. Yeah, I'm trying to connect this because I'm gonna play this video. And I'm going to provide some commentary on it. And I want to make sure that the audio is looping through as it should. I have not shared, I haven't shared a video in a while. So let me do a little test and see if it's working. Play the video. Okay, cool. So I can hear it. Awesome. So that's great. I'm going to pause this video for now. And I'm going to watch the chat on the phone. Take this earbud out because I don't think I need it right now. Unless I need to check the audio again, then I might get it. Okay, so I know that a lot of things have happened since this initial video came out, and I honestly don't know what happened after this. I know that Glorilla kind of responded. I don't know what she said. I know that the sister, hopefully, like she'll say her name so I can remember her name. But I know that the sister has had at least 2 interviews on TMZ and has been making the rounds. I don't know what she has said. I've not followed this. I just want to provide commentary on the initial video. It might have to be a part 2 because this video is kind of long. And then I will do another segment of the same, dealing with the same content, but from Glorilla's point of view. The reason why I want to provide commentary on this particular matter is because the mission of my channel is to help Black women elevate themselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and financially, and definitely financially, and secure themselves financially. Another aim of this channel is to help Black women heal from trauma, heal from bad relationships, troubled childhoods, and things like that. And I have tried to share, I've shared about my life and about how I've overcome different situations. And, I've got so many more, to tell you ladies about in the future as things continue to unfold. New things come up, right? You think, or at least for me, I think I've reached a certain level of healing, and then a whole new batch of things reveal themselves. And I confront those things when they reveal themselves. Now, when I saw this video, I think maybe I was angry at the sister for a split second, or like just like the knee-jerk reaction is like, who are you to be entitled, or as she goes on to say, obligated to the money, because she doesn't understand the difference between the word entitled and obligated. Bless her heart. That's just the knee-jerk reaction, like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this. Like, why would you be doing this to your sister? But immediately after that knee-jerk, I just see so much pain. I hear so much pain. I see and I hear and I feel the abuse that all of these children went through. And I feel a deep sense of compassion for her. I feel a deep sense of compassion for Glorilla. I feel a deep sense of compassion for the other siblings. And listening to the conditions in which these children were living breaks my heart. And I'm looking at the parents sideways for sure. The mama failed these children. The daddy failed these children. Any aunties or uncles who knew how these children were living also failed these children. Um, Anybody at the church that they was going to that had some knowledge of how these children were living, they failed these children. There were a lot of failures to go around, and they didn't ask for that. They didn't ask to be sleeping on the floor with rats and roaches. They did not ask to not be fighting each other as siblings over pieces of bread, and they didn't ask for that. They didn't ask for that. They don't deserve that. And truly what comes out of traumatic child and the beatings, we'll get into the video, but the beatings also they didn't ask for. And surviving a childhood like that brings with it so much baggage and so much dysfunction. And it's hard to be functional in life when you had a childhood like that. I'm not surprised by this behavior. This behavior is actually in alignment with the child, like from the environment that this woman comes from. The cutthroat, the competitive, backbiting, backstabbing, violent childhood. It's amazing that she's been quiet this long. We hadn't heard about her until now, based on all the situations, and it's no wonder that more of them haven't come out. I mean, but I would say that all is not lost. Like, I'm not going to give a doom and gloom. I'm going to give advice as if I knew her, because there's many people in this situation. And I myself, to a very lesser degree, have experienced similar emotions. And I had to check myself, and I had to humble myself, and I had to realign myself. And that's why I made many big changes in my life when it comes to my career, getting activated in my life, and not expecting somebody to do for me just because they have. The video that I did about living in an affluent neighborhood and the things that I have observed living in this extremely affluent neighborhood informed a lot of how I needed to change my mindset about my own entitlement, and how I needed to change my mindset about what I can do for others, and being real about that. I think I was a little delusional about what I can do for others, and I was most certainly delusional about what other people should be doing for me. And it was just like specific family members that I felt that they should be doing more. It comes from a place of insecurity. It comes from a place of not believing in yourself. It comes from a place of not knowing who you are, not being tapped into your gifts. It comes from a place of scarcity. It comes from a place of defeat, really. And so I worked through all of that. I'm still working through it, but I don't think the work is ever done, but I worked through that. And I don't know that the sister has enough of a foundation to get through her stuff. But I most certainly pray that she does. And I pray for the whole family. I pray for all the children, all of the 10 siblings that experience such a harsh childhood. I pray that they find healing. I pray that they find resolution. I pray that they find wholeness. and that they can live abundantly and in peace. All right, let's get going with this video. That was a long intro.
Hey, got the little alien dude on it? No, don't give me 1K. Don't give me 1K. I'm talking about I got some little dude on there. Take me to the big guy. I am. I'm waiting on the niggas. Cosplay Blues. How much for an interview? I ain't finna move. Right, see, how my inbox good discuss that then. I ain't finna move. Like, you could have.
I just sped up the speed just because this is a long video. So that's why it's at 1.5 speed.
Damn, my show, I could have paid you. Bro, y'all ain't been inboxing doing shit about no paper, none of that shit. All that talking and shit. Send me your motherfucking deposit. Look. Y'all real twin. Hey, I don't know what you did. Oh, I don't do one. Yeah, I don't do one. Who did this? Y'all was just together July. You ain't say none of this. Bitch, if all y'all hoes want to serious talking about we were just together July, let me tell you the backstory on that. My mama snuck me to the show. That's the first show I've been to since she hit. Fuck, I want to talk about some motherfucking man. I was at the show. I got snuck to the show. Fuck me and the fat bitch April. Oh God, we got snuck to that motherfucker. Y'all want to talk about motherfucker ain't obligated? How she not obligated to do shit for us? If she on interviews telling folks roaches, she got Rambo motherfucking ass riding new Cadillacs and shit. Then he want.
Okay, so her first argument, well, I think it's pretty much the only argument. Like her main argument about why she and her other siblings should be entitled to being taken care of by Glorilla is because Glorilla goes on interviews and talks about her childhood, and the difficulties in sleeping on the air mattress with no air. And she feels like, well, I was there too. I was also on the air mattress with you with no air. And so therefore you should pay. You should like support me financially. And, you know, if that was my homegirl, I would just tell her like, yeah, no, it doesn't work like that. Um, everybody has a right to their story. And your story will overlap with other people's story because maybe they were there, maybe they witnessed something, you know, maybe they were a part of your story some way or some shape. To my knowledge, I've never heard Glorilla talk about her siblings' experiences. I've never heard it. I'm not saying she hasn't done it. I'm just saying that before now, I had never heard her name out specific, you know, siblings and like what they went through and their struggles. I've only heard her talk about her personal experience living in that I'm living in that house, living in the house, um and how it has affected her and how it drives her, you know, towards success and how it has influenced her musical style. So I mean, the thing about it is, you know, ma'am, you guys both experienced a bad childhood, but the victim, your co-victims, you know, the other siblings, they don't owe the other victims anything. I mean, if anything, you should be seeking restitution from your parents because your parents are the ones who put you in that situation, or seeking restitution from other family members. But you cannot, uh, you can't make the other victims of the situations, especially one who's much younger than you. I think she's like 6 years younger than her. You know, so as a little child, what was she gonna do? What was she gonna do for you? How would she possibly be responsible for you? I don't know. I feel like this argument could have been stronger if she taught her how to rap, or she taught her how to make beats, or she wrote like her first 5 songs. Like that could be an argument that could stand, you know, like, okay, well, let's examine this. But just simply sharing an experience with someone doesn't obligate them to do something for you financially. If anything, knowing what you guys went through, it's like a full-time job trying to recover from that. And it's going to be a lifelong work. And I'm sure it's going to take, if Glorilla decides to heal from this will be work that she'll do for the rest of her life. So she can't be burdened with other people's stuff. I mean, her stuff is already heavy. And if she can just carry her own load, that would be a lot. But you got to carry your own load.
To sit here and make a status and say some motherfucking, she went down. Bro, who was homeless? Gloria was never homeless. Who was homeless? She was not homeless. Fuck, then y'all want to see her talk about the motherfucker. She bought my dad a motherfucking Jaguar just look good and that man broke as hell with a house full of roaches in South Haven. And yes, my mama still working at FedEx. Fuck. And for that not Marco, for that Tula bitch. Ho, this ain't got shit to do with you. Don't be in the backup dancer, ho. Fuck, y'all see her trying to come to justify her.
And I'm just going to say, I don't know, like, we'll listen on. She's going to later contradict herself about the situation with her dad. But like, if anybody is the least deserving of any assistance, it would be the dad. You know, F him for putting his children through this. F him for doing this. If he got a car, he should be thanking his lucky stars. He didn't deserve the car. He don't deserve shit. So if he chooses as a grown, able-bodied male to live with rats and roaches at this big age, that is his choice.
She got 10 siblings. 10 siblings. 10. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. She has 10 siblings. An autistic sibling. Gloria has been on for 4 years. 4 years. The only relatives y'all have seen, and that's really because y'all brought me out because I look just like her. On God. Y'all want to know when I was her sister because y'all guys say she tried to sit here and hide us and do all this shit to try to say, but that bitch don't do shit for us. I haven't got a red cent. My brother, I got 2 siblings staying down there with her. 2 siblings. One of my brothers calling my mama, asking her for $40 to pay his phone bill. You got Rambo riding in nice cars. That's not our cousin. He riding nice motherfucking cars. You damn right I'm obligated to something. This bitch right here talking about us sleeping with red, and then she was telling the truth. You know, you used to be in the house. Flat air mattress, all this shit laying on the floor. Damn, bitch, it was flat. Mama used to do a big ass can of beans. No air. And then y'all said, how was our relationship before we started? Okay, it started from Gloss. That's how me and Gloria, we wasn't cool when she first hit, but it started from that Gloss bitch. And she ain't even cool with Gloss no more because Gloss is a motherfucking snake. That's how the shit started with Gloss. But we were still going to, family functions, you know what I'm saying? But we weren't as close as we used to be because she was standing up with Gloss because Gloss was on some junky ass shit. Fuck. Oh, God. And she don't even fuck with the bitch no more. Now, I'm sick of, you know what I'm saying? Y'all glorify this bitch. My mama still like doing the clock and motherfucking FedEx. Now, the rich shit was about a year or 2 ago. Gloria blocked my mama. Had her going to go try to get a loan. Out of all my siblings, see, my mama got on her high horse, but Gloria was fucking with her though. Gloria fucked with my mom. But that money got low. And when the money got low, Gloria got ghost.
When the money got low, Gloria got ghost. Well, I mean, yeah, of course. Maybe she needed to, hunker down and like focus on earning money. You can't go to the family functions and be all up in people's face if you're trying to earn a living. And maybe whatever she was doing for her mom initially was just too much and she needed to recalibrate. I mean, those types of things happen. Um, it's 10 of you. That's a lot. Oh my God. I have 1 child and I think about college almost every day, pretty much every day. I think about college and how I'm going to afford it. I think about all the things that I have to do, estate planning. I think about like medical care. And this is just 1 child that I'm responsible for. I can't imagine 10 as grown people. I couldn't imagine. Um, I'll say this. When I doing a few things really helped me understand the long term of money. One of which was helping my mother to get her retirement paperwork in order, and helping her with like, you know, 401k transfers and pensions and all of that, and going through all the paperwork, looking at the doing projections into the future. So, like, what happens if you live until you're 70? What happens if you live until you're 80? What happens if you live until you're 95? There are programs that can let you model. It's called like financial modeling. And once I started doing that, it really helped me understand how the cost of living, what if you have long term health, what if you need like long-term assistant living? How will that affect your financial plan? What if, XYZ? And it kind of gives you an idea of like, if we have Social Security, who knows if we're even going to have Social Security in like 10 years? I don't know. But if we still have Social Security, what those payments might look like, going into the future. But that was very sobering for me. And it put a fire under me that I know that I have to more aggressively save. And to be responsible for someone else is a tall order. And money goes so fast. When you're looking at these waterfalls of expenses, and like, what is your savings rate, and what do you have that can compound, what do you have that you can invest, you get a real sense of knowing how far your money can go, and knowing what you can commit yourself to, right? So, like, not like a one time expense, but like an ongoing expense. That's money that's not compounding. That's money that's not being saved for the future. I think that a lot of this rant is rooted in ignorance about money. And I'm not saying that to belittle her, because as much as I thought I knew about money, the more I have educated myself, the better it has been for me. It was a subscriber on this channel that told me about investing in the S&P 500 and ETF with no fees. It was a subscriber from this channel that told me about that, because I had some individual stocks, they were doing all right. I had a couple mutual funds, they were doing all right. But, it was her, a subscriber on this channel, that educated me about that. And I looked into it and saw how that is a good strategy, how I can incorporate that in my investing strategy. So it's still incorporated to this day, investing in total market ETFs, Fortune 500 ETFs, etc. So I say all that to say, by educating yourself about finances and wealth, is not a one and done thing. It's not you go to a seminar and you get everything you need to know or whatever. It's a lifelong education. And so much of this information has been kept away from us as Black women. Um, Many of us didn't have parents to teach us about these things. Um, so you just kind of start where you are, right? You just start where you are and you just start educating yourself. And I'll just do a little side note to just stay on the major platforms, like Fidelity, Schwab, E-Trade, Vanguard. Stay with those tried and true, reputable companies, because there are all kinds of scammy internet people on YouTube running trading groups and investing groups and giving circles and all kinds of scams. People promising you, massive returns, and, all of that stuff is scams. One thing I've learned, working in the financial industry now for the past almost a year, is that most wealth is built slowly. You know, Now, just like gaining weight, like, it takes you forever to lose weight, and it takes so much work and effort to lose weight. It's the same thing with earning money and gaining wealth. It's so much work and it's so slow and it's hard and tedious and an uphill battle. But, you eat a bunch of carbs and you kind of wow out for a few days, the pounds just pack right on. And it's the same with money. Like you go and splurge or you make some bad decisions, you make bad investment, boom, that money goes so fast. The money it takes you so much effort to earn. It can go so fast. So bless her heart. I pray that she um find the I pray that she loves herself enough to educate herself about money and wealth at any level. Just start the process. This will inform so much and it will help relieve the entitlement.
All of my siblings was not finished because my mama got on how I was the street hustle, like, you know what I'm saying? Because Glory was you beefing with your siblings or what? We ain't did shit to you. Why are you beefing with those siblings? It's 10 of us and you don't do nothing for none of us, bro. Come on, bro. And then y'all stupid motherfuckers out here talking about she not obligated to do shit for nobody. That bitch is obligated to do shit for all of us. Fuck, that hoe obligated. Fuck.
She's not obligated, and it's kind of a false argument. Like she's not doing anything for any of us. If she chose 3 siblings to take care of, the other 7 would be angry, and it wouldn't make the situation any better. If she's like, okay, well, I'm just going to take care of the autistic one, then the other 9 would be upset. Like, well, I got this disability. I got a disability too. Why can't you take care of me too? So this is really a lose-lose situation for Glorilla. If she were to choose a handful of people to take care of, it wouldn't be enough. One thing I've learned in life is that people who need stuff from you, they are insatiable. They're like bottomless pits and you can never fill them up, especially if they don't even attempt to fill themselves up. It's a futile effort to even try.
Oh, geez, that hoe obligated to do something for every last one of us. We see this motherfucker eat canned beans and shit on the floor. So literally taking bails out of bottles of water, bro.
That's your choice. I don't mean to be insensitive to poverty. I've been through so much in the past couple of years. I have listen. But if you're eating canned beans in your situation, I don't want to be insensitive. I'm just going to say that it's your nutritional choices are not Glorilla's responsibility. They are your responsibility. You're an adult. You seem able-bodied. There are food pantries, and I'm going to go through some resources at some point in this video. I don't know when. But I've found resources in Memphis, Tennessee that you can access. There are food pantries in Memphis, Tennessee that you can access. I know you have a criminal record, but have you applied for SNAP? Maybe somebody in the house can apply for SNAP and you can try to get some SNAP benefits. But the main thing that I'm saying is that no, it's not her responsibility to stock your refrigerator.
Nigga taking baths out of bottles of water. Lights off. Fat ass rats. Roaches. All types of shit. How she ain't obligated to do shit for us? But you want to sit here and talk about our struggle. How the fuck she ain't obligated? That hoe is obligated. Motherfuckers like y'all, that hoe believe she not. You sitting here got the other nigga riding around the cars and this and that and the third. Come on now.
That's jealousy and envy. I don't know who's writing and what. I don't know. I can't speak to that. But regardless of what she does with her money, even if she took her money and she burned it in a fire pit, I mean, it's her money to burn. She can do whatever she wants to with it. And again, she's not talking about your struggle. She's talking about her own struggle. You have to remember, she too was in that house of horror. And you were in the house of horror. And I'm not denying that or, diminishing your experience. I'm acknowledging your experience and I'm extending compassion and grace to you about your experience. It's just the fact that she's not obligated.
Bro, that shit ain't right. I give a fuck about what none of y'all motherfuckers gotta say. So we said when we didn't have the cans of beans to eat, we was eating ketchup sandwiches.
Mustard boys.
Fuck, Oh, you could have bought mine. I don't give a fuck. I'm obligated. And y'all talking about she really got the bitch ain't been giving me nothing. Why should I give a fuck now? Why should I give a fuck she ain't giving me shit now? It's been 4 years. How the fuck my brother staying down there calling my mama for $40 on the phone bill? My other sister staying down there trying to get some shit on Temu, and they staying with Glory. But she got all these motherfuckers around her. Sanchez wants you get your ass beat, and you broke her back. Sanchez wants you get your ass beat. Talk about that when Kalia stomped your ass. Calm down, man. Calm down. But you brought this bitch on the stage with you. Fuck, you want to talk about some shit? The Sanchez bitch? Yes. I'm talking about what the fuck I want to talk about.
Appreciate it. Don't be starting
that. But we not obligated. Y'all talking about you just gonna reach out to her. How many times have I reached out? I reached out to this bitch twice. I reached out to this hoe twice.
I mean, sis, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, like, if somebody's calling me a bitch and a hoe, like, I'm not trying to answer the phone. That's what you call boundaries. Because the vitriol that you're feeling is misdirected. This vitriol should be directed towards your parents and towards something else. But like, none of this is Glorilla's fault. None of this. This is just misdirected anger, and your anger is real. Like I understand. Trust me, I really do. But you're directing it to the wrong person, and at the same time, you're wanting her to do something for you, and at the same time, you are so disrespectful. You're calling this lady everything but a child of God, bitch, hoe, and everything else, and praying for her downfall. And this is, I'm going to get into this when I do the other video. I'm going to do another video directed to Glorilla and protecting herself. But self-reflection is in order. Like, you need to look in the mirror and just ask yourself, like, okay, so let's say put yourself in a position where, like, you came upon some money or you came upon a good situation. Someone is cussing you out from the rooter to the tutor, calling you everything but a child of God, bitch, hoe, everything else, praying for your downfall, praying for people to come whoop your ass, as you just said. How motivated would you be to engage with that person? Would you even be motivated to answer the phone? Would you be motivated to try to pay their bills? That's abusive. And I understand where you learned this abusive behavior from your parents, but at some point in time, you have to take responsibility for yourself as an adult, and you have to make a commitment to doing better for yourself instead of engaging in the same abusive, violent tactics that you learn in the house of horror that you grew up in.
Twice. Got a brother working at TJX. I got a brother who been seeing this motherfucker man suffering. But you got the next nigga at weed farms and all this shit. You got the next nigga doing this. But you want to sit here and talk about our struggle. And bitch, you was not homeless. You was not homeless before you hit stop lying. You could have stayed with my mama or my dad. You just wanted to be fucking all damn day. And they weren't going for that shit. Let's be real. You was not homeless. But y'all glorify her ass up. Y'all glorify her ass up. And she ain't doing shit. My mama still talking about my...
Do people glorify her? Well, yeah, people people like her music. I like her music. And the notoriety that she has is the same money that you after. I really think that this jealousy, the envy, the pocket watching, all of that, it just speaks to insecurity, and the solution is really to become secure in yourself and really get into discovering your gifts. I can jump the gun a little bit and say, like, the sister seems like she's a good storyteller. She seems very animated, entertaining. She could hold people's attention for a long time. Granted, she's talking about drama, but still, like, I don't see why she couldn't use those talents for something positive. Like, instead of coming online to talk shit about your sister, you could talk about hip hop news, perhaps. You could talk about anything, fashion, life in the South, life in Tennessee, you know, I don't know, your life. You could write a book. I mean, you have a story to tell. You most certainly have a story to tell. You could talk about the LGBT community and like coming out, I don't know. Like, there's so many things that you can do positive with the gifts that God gave you that don't entail you coming online to talk shit about your sister. Because the thing about talking shit about your sister, it it it's a short-lived cycle. Like, people would be interested in it for a few months at maximum. And then that ship will have sailed. And the more times you come out documented talking shit about your sister and trying to ruin her brand, the wedge in between you and her is getting bigger, stronger, and more fortified. And at some point, you get to the point of no return. You may very well be there. Like I said, I have not watched the additional videos. I don't know what was said, but you have told your ass with your sister. And you are the wedge between you. You're building it. You're brick by brick. Every negative thing that you are saying, you are building the wedge. You are building the barrier between you and her. And at some point, you get to the point of no return where you're just cut off, no communication. I do not wish that for you, but you got to stop this. You have to sit with that pain. You got to process your own pain. You got to get some help. Nobody can save you, and I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into it. Nobody can save you. You have to save yourself. That's the bottom line. That's the big aha. That's what I had to learn. Nobody can save me. I had to save myself. Another thing I learned, money is not the solution. And we're going to get into it because you're going to say something and I'm going to break that down. Money is not the solution to your problems. Money is the least problem that you have. Lack of money. That's so trivial. I could give you $1 million today. Next year, you will not have any money and you will be worse off than you are right now. Usually, a lot of people in this situation with the trauma and the pain and all of that, they use the money to hurt themselves, to indulge, and they end up in a worse situation than when they didn't have the money. Money is not your problem. Because if you had it, you wouldn't keep it. You wouldn't know what to do with it. You wouldn't know how to grow it. You wouldn't know shit about shit. You got a lot of problems. Money ain't one. Money is maybe a problem. I'm not going to say it's not, but it's the least of your problems. The least.
Bro, my mama still clocking the clock at FedEx, bro. On God. My daddy's still struggling, bro. On God. She made up. I called him out right now. I called him out. This man ain't got no motherfucking money. But you retired then. You did not retire shit, bro. You left my mama out here. You left our mama out here. Fuck. You want to talk about some shit in your damn right. And I'm obligated, bitch. All them other hoes obligated. Fuck. Yeah, I called this hoe. I'm like, Gloria, can you fuck with me? I text her. Asked her, did she fuck with me and give me some bread? Now I lost my job and shit. This motherfucking shit, so she ain't responding. She ain't responding. Then I got robbed for being known as her sister. And I got robbed for my shit because she ain't gave me shit. 4 niggas out here robbed me an orange man because of you, bitch.
Sorry about this. Let me see if I can get through this. Oh, here we go.
The motherfucking thing. Nothing. You ain't got none of us nothing. The same motherfuckers who you sitting there eating ketchup sandwiches with. Fuck, oh man, if I got 500,000, bro, I'll at least give my siblings 10K a piece. On God. Why the fuck my mama gotta sit here and clock?
So if she gave you $10K a piece, all the siblings, so that's $90,000. What are you gonna do with the $10,000? So she gives you $10,000 one time. What are you gonna do with it? What are you gonna do with the 10,000? Maybe you get your teeth fixed. You're gonna talk about that. So like, when you say teeth fixed, like, what do you mean? Like, you want to get veneers? How much is that? Like $2,000 or $3,000? I don't know. So anybody in the chat know how much veneers cost? I don't know how much they cost. I don't know. Let's just say 3,000. Okay, so then you go shopping. You spend another 2,000 on clothes and shoes. So now we're out of 5,000. And then you put a down payment on an apartment. Let's say, I don't know how much rent is in Memphis, but let's say you can find a decent apartment for 2,000. So you have your first month of rent, and then you pay the security deposit for 2,000. So now you're out another 4,000. So now you've spent the entire $10,000. Well, guess what? Veneers are a lot of maintenance. So where are you going to have the money to keep going to the dentist to like keep up the veneers? And then like now you have flashy clothes. You're still in a, maybe a not so great neighborhood. So now you increase your risk of getting robbed again. And then you paid your first month rent, but where are you going to get the 2,000 for the next month's rent? Are you just going to hit up Gloria every month? I need rent, I need rent, I need rent, I need utilities. That's not sustainable. Like, she hasn't even had any kids yet. I don't know if she wants children, but she hasn't even had her own children yet. You are your mama's child. I don't know if anybody told you. You are your mama's child. You are not Gloria's child. I don't like, and I think that this is a matter of not understanding money. So when you say like, you could have at least given us 10,000 a piece, not realizing that that $10,000 will literally evaporate from your hand. And also because you hadn't worked for the money. Fast money goes fast. The money will literally evaporate from your hands. So then like, do all 9 of you show back up at Gloria's doorstep again, needing another 10,000? And do you guys just do that, every month? Who can afford that? Who can afford that?
Let's talk about it. Oh, you is not who these folks think you is, bro. Like, stop all the cap, bro. You is not who these folks think you is. And Gloria, she putting up for me. That hoe ain't putting up for shit. Her ain't even putting up for her own family, who she was struggling with. Then I did that too, the bitch was here. Wait.
Calm down. Turn me down.
Then you got the two, the bitch. You got motherfuckers who she fuck with. Sitting there talking about, I wouldn't fuck with them, I wouldn't fuck with. Bro, if y'all came up in the fucking house, on some real shit, rats, roaches, carpet fucked up. You don't know how the fuck you getting your next meal. Mama struggling. Lights out. Motherfuckers taking baths out of bottles of water. We came up off this shit on the west side. 3278 Gun Road. All of us stay in that motherfucking house. Man, I don't know if we doing too much. All of us stay in that motherfucking house, bro. And you want to sit here and talk about what we've been through? And ain't reached back and help none of us out? And you got stupid hoes like this Trinity bitch talking about some she don't owe us shit. Oh, she owe us everything. We used to have days when we wasn't eating. But motherfuckers,
I hear you.
But you want to get on interviews and talk.
I hear you. You need to direct those grievances towards your parents. Not having food consistently, not knowing where your next meal is coming from, having the lights and utilities turned off. You need to direct all those grievances towards your parents. They were the ones who were responsible for providing that to you. And also, now that you're an adult, you're responsible for providing them to yourself. Because the thing is, it doesn't matter what kind of childhood you have. Having a rough childhood does not absolve you of adult responsibilities. And you've got to figure it out. You got to believe in yourself. I want to say that I believe in you. And I believe that you can figure it out. Sometimes you need somebody to love you until you can love yourself. I'm going to extend that love to you. There's a group, there's groups in Memphis and online that you can find that can love you until you can love yourself. And honestly, your burden is heavy. I would not be worried about the other siblings. Don't try to carry them with you. You need to just focus on healing yourself, stabilizing yourself. It's a tall order. Trust me. I, I can really tell you it's hard, but I can also really tell you that it's possible. Because, oh my, trauma shows up in so many ways. I'm still learning to this day how trauma shows up for me in my life. But I can be a testimony of someone who's figuring it out and someone who is committed to self-sufficiency and someone who's committed to taking care of myself. Because the thing about your situation now, it's familiar to you, right? A lot of times I think the logical thing when you look at someone who's had a traumatic past in a traumatic childhood and you look at them repeating the patterns, right? So repeating the pattern of violence, repeating the pattern of threatening, repeating the pattern of lashing out and hurting others close to you, um, continuing to live without um, consistent food, continuing to live in squalor and housing that is not safe and healthy for you. That is your norm. That's what you're used to. And as uncomfortable as it is physically on the outside, looking at it, you can say, oh my God, this environment is so uncomfortable. But on a psychological level, in a subconscious level, it's very familiar to you. Like you're in your zone. This is what you know. You don't know what it's like to live with abundance. You don't know what it's like to always have food. You don't know what it's like to be able to log into your bank account and have plenty of money to do everything you need. You don't know what it feels like to have good credit. You don't know what it feels like to have consistent income coming in from different streams, right? Passive income, working income, da 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 da, planning for the future. You're used to living in the minute, in the moment, because that's what you do when you're in poverty. You live for today. What am I going to eat today? That doesn't leave you a lot of time to think about your gifts that God has given you because you're so caught up in survival. And I know it so well. I'm not going to go all off into my story right now, but you just got to trust me that I know. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you from what I heard. I'm not telling you from what they said over there. I'm not telling you from what I read in a book. I'm telling you because I didn't walk through this myself. And I'm still walking through it right now. That's why when I saw this, I recognized immediately. Oh, I get that. I understand. I don't feel like, oh, F her. I don't feel like that towards you because I can see the little girl in you that was hungry. I see the little girl in you that was not sure about her environment and afraid. And that is what's lashing out. The best way to heal her is to give her stability now. This is nothing that you can do alone. You're like, hold on, are you contradicting yourself? Because I just said you need to save yourself. You do need to save yourself, but you need to reach out for help. That's what I'm saying. By saving yourself, you're going to be reaching out for help from qualified people that can truly help you, truly give you life skills, and just be open to. And this is something that I've had to do a couple of years ago to about 2.5 years ago. I had to humble myself. That's when I wasn't really doing videos on the channel. I had a big reckoning, and I needed to sit with myself, and I needed to work through a lot of things, and I just couldn't do the channel at the time. I'm at a new place of being humble and willing to listen and willing to reach out to anybody that can help me. It's that through that humility, your life is going to expand beyond your wildest dreams. It's not through beating your chest or demanding or being entitled that you heal, that you find resolution, that you find closure, that you find progress in your life, that you start to feel more whole. It's not through any of that. It's through the humility and the willingness to show up for yourself. And if you cannot love yourself right now, let somebody else love you until you can. There is no shame in that. Shame is so debilitating. Shame is so debilitating. And I'm dealing with that myself. I don't have the answers. I just know I have the vision where I want to experience less shame in my life, especially for a bunch of stuff that I had no control over. I feel shame about stuff that I didn't have control over. I feel shame about what others did that was wrong. I have family members with records. I didn't commit the crime, but I feel ashamed because they did, and they're somehow attached to me. That isn't even my shame to carry. They don't feel ashamed of what they've done, but I feel shame, but that's hindering me. So anyway, I'm working through it, but I'm just encouraging you also to release any shame, especially for the stuff that you had no control over.
About the struggle. You want to talk about the struggle. But ain't one of us shining, fool. Ain't one of us shining. You got everybody else in this hole. You giving money out. You bringing motherfuckers back around. You didn't cross you badly because Sanchez watch you get your ass beat. Oh, God. Watch you get your ass stomped. And I remember when Khalid did this shit. She watched you. And you brought her back around. And she went live about you. And you brought her back around. She on the stage with you. How the fuck is that for her? What Khalid with that? Let them know what's Khalid. The Khalid that brought her? Yup. Khalid the van? Yeah, Khalid the van. Khalid the van. But you got Sanchez back around you. Like, bro, I'm just saying, the motherfucker come out some shit, bro. It's been 4 motherfucking years, bro. It's been 4 years. Then I'm just seeing motherfuckers like, no, bro, then my mama sitting here in this whole struggle. Y'all thought she bought a house. She did not buy my mama no motherfucking house. Stop lying. She did not. She bought my daddy a house with his trick ass. And then he got the smallest house on the block. Fuck, talking about she retired.
Yeah, the entitlement. It doesn't look good. The smallest house on the block, but he got a house. She didn't owe that to that man.
That man retired on his own time, and she didn't retire shit. On God. Fuck. And now y'all know what Gloss did, how she got. Man, so look, all of us been struggling. We was homeschooled. All of us stayed in the same house. 32 7 $8 homeschool could knock them out the fence. We can knock them out the fence, bro. You remember? You remember, right? We could come out the fence. I didn't sneak my best friend inside the motherfucking house. Well, all of us, when we got adult, we became adults. We was stupid to the street life. We were stupid to common sense because we was segregated. We was in the house. My mama used to tell us, it's 10 of y'all better be each other's best friend. Oh, God.
Most people make one.
Mute this.
We end up going to school because my mom used to beat the shit out of us. And you ain't finna beat the shit out of me while I'm hungry. So I'm finna DCS on your ass. That's exactly what happened. When she talk about the fifth child, I'm the fifth child because I'm always been the outspoken one. But I was hungry, and you're not finna whoop me for being hungry. Fuck. She used to beat the shit out of us.
You need therapy, sis. With all the hoopla about the money, what I hear you saying is that you were a little girl who was hungry and your mother physically abused you. That is heavy. What would that do to your sense of self-worth, to your sense of security, to your self-esteem, to feeling like you're lovable, worthy, and wanted, and that you belong? How would that hinder your capabilities of achievement in life? Get therapy. Somebody can help you with this, I promise. It will be worth it on the other side of doing the internal work, because you didn't deserve to be treated that way. You deserved to have consistent food and love, and of course, discipline, but structure and discipline. You shouldn't have been being beaten. But you got to take stock of how your childhood has affected you. Don't worry about your siblings, because you can't worry about them right now. You have to help yourself first. You don't have anything to give anybody right now. You have to give it to yourself. The things that you're describing are horrific, and I weep for the little girl, for her, and how terrified she must have felt, and then enraged she must have felt. I pray that you get some therapy and some assistance with unpacking all of this. I promise you it'll be worth it. You'll be a whole new you on the other side, and really begin to get to know yourself and honor yourself and heal.
So she did all that shit. I called DCS. Yes, I called DCS. I called DCS on our mother. I got tired of getting booked for a stitching cord for petty shit, but we ain't gonna get too much into that. That's how we got in public school. That's the exact reason why we got in public school. When we got in public school, that's how we got over. We was lame as hell. We was lame as a motherfucker when we first was going to school.
Let's put that shit on the floor.
We was lame as a motherfucker when we first went to school. All of us. We weren't FUBUs. Hey, that's you. You know. My friend right there, she took me lame or not. Oh God, that's how we got in the opening with that shit. I'm the reason this bitch who y'all clown, the reason why y'all think this bitch is who she is. What?
They say you still hungry. What the fuck?
Hell yeah, where my chime at? Send me some chimes. Fuck, hell yeah, I'm still hungry. She ain't fucking with me. Help me get my teeth fixed, bitch. Fuck, help me. Fuck. Yeah, I'm still hungry. Okay. We end up going to public school. I got did that shit. I went to state custody, blah, 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 blah. I am going back to the house or whatever. We got put in public school. We got a taste of real life because we were segregated in the motherfucking house. My mama, but we weren't stupid when it come to books tomorrow. Like, sweet, man, we ain't know shit. I got my ass beating the motherfucking bathroom, getting put down the pretty money. Did I know? Didn't know how to fight or shit. So then, I end up getting grown. Because right now, Gloria is, how old a bitch is, like 26? I'm 30. I was grown. So when I was grown, I was at the house. Because I was constantly rebelling against my mama, all this shit, blah, 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 blah. I had a sibling on me that was Victor Daniel, Gloria, Victor Daniel, Gloria, and the rest of them. So when all that shit had happened, my mama could not handle me going to the state. I was a daddy's girl. My daddy took me out the house. Him and my mama ended up breaking up after that shit. I was saying my fat, nasty ass Uncle Johnny with his fake motherfucking ass. And bitch, I'm expose you too. I was saying with his fake ass. I was saying with his God and all that shit. I was going through
Yeah, I think there's something there. She said her uncle with his nasty ass. So I think there's a lot more to the story there. Good for her for not going into it on this live. you don't need to do that. But whatever happened with your nasty ass uncle is also things that you can deal with in therapy, because that stuff is traumatic and you just kind of have to grapple with it. Because I know, like, for me, I think I downplayed a lot of things, just to kind of protect my psyche. It's just a lot. Like, it's a lot to say my mother beat me excessively. Like, that's a difficult thing to say and to accept. So it's easier to just be like, yeah, I got really bad spankings or something like that. Kind of like to minimize it and kind of downplay. But once you really get to the point where you just plainly state and sit with your experience, then you can realize the gravity, and then you can start really unpacking and putting tools, rituals, processes in place to facilitate your healing and growth.
I'm going from house to house to house to house. Gloria is not the only motherfucker that had struggles. Gloria wasn't even homeless. Well, let's talk about when you was 16, you was taking our dad's tags off his car because he wouldn't take you nowhere. Stop that shit, bro. Stop all this capping for the internet. Acting like, yeah, you not, bro. We're not no gangsters, hood, or none of that shit. We was brought up in church. On Jesus. Sun up, sun down, read about. I know the Bible like the back of my hand. I don't know why I'm the way I am now, but that's just how it is. So, when my motherfucking...
I don't know why I'm the way I am, but it is what it is. Yeah, I think it's going to be very important for you to understand why you are the way you are, and what parts of yourself can you just accept as is. Like, this is me, through and through. And if there's a part of you that you want to change, or you're like, whoa, this is how I am, but this is not conducive to my wellness, this is not conducive to my life, and you want to change it, then you could put yourself in position to change it.
So when I was out, so my mama started struggling with my dad ended up leaving. He a sorry ass nigga. My dad is a sorry ass nigga. If he ain't with her, he don't want to help out with shit. He's sorry as hell. Yes, Edwin Wood is a sorry ass nigga.
We promise a 10-fold refund if it doesn't work.
Cause bitch, I was just in jail and the motherfucker ain't do shit. Let's talk about it.
I came to get you. Calm down.
Yeah, you came. Oh, we gonna put everything on the floor. Fuck. He's a sorry ass trick. My daddy, yes. So when he ended up leaving, my mama was doing shit on her own. My mama was doing shit on her own. She started struggling. Lights started getting turned off. I was there partying when the lights were getting turned off and shit. We had rats. We had pregnant rats. The rats were fucking pregnant. And we used to feed the goddamn rats. We used to feed the rats. Man, imagine you sleeping a big ass cockroach hitting you in the motherfucking face. Boy, remember it? Because she talks about it. She remember it.
Nicole, what did
Fuck,
you
damn, eating booty bread. Fuck, bro, y'all don't see, that's what I'm saying, though. Y'all gonna try to talk about motherfucking not obligated. Y'all don't know everything we've been through. Like, motherfuckers was in that hole, mama was strict as hell and not feeding us. The fuck? You strict as hell and not feeding us, bro. But I ain't saying this because she could. Well, she could have made a better life for her kids. She could have made a better life for her kids. But we was like real deal in there. I'm talking about eat Taco Bell packets.
No.
Eat ketchup packets. Yeah, all that. So, boy, you know all this struggle we've been through. How we used to sit here and hate our mama food. Because not only would she take care of us, when she fed out hard times, she had so many kids, but then she was segregating us. You know that. And we got out of there because of what I call DCS. That's how the fuck we got out of there. We're going to be anything. We're going to be for real. Yes. And your sorry ass dad wasn't doing shit. He knew the lights was off over there. Just because my mama had shit going on, he ain't paying no motherfucking bills. But man, y'all don't know, man, water heater out. All this shit got to boil water, put it in the tub to take a bath. Lord, you know about this shit. But we did had to eat beans and oatmeal. And she not obligated to do shit for us. She not obligated to do nothing for us. Walking around with Payless shoes. My mama sitting here getting all the motherfucking foods out to the pastor because she fucking them. You want to really talk about it? And you struggle with us?
Hold on. Did she just say that the mama gave the food stamps to the pastor? Hold on. Child. Did I miss that? Hold on. Let me run that back.
Hard time she had so many kids, but then she was segregating us. You know that? And we got out of there because of what I call DCS. That's how the fuck we got out of there. We're gonna be anything, we're gonna be for real. Yes. And your sorry ass dad the one doing shit. He knew the lights was out over there just because my mom had shit going on. He ain't pay no motherfucking bills. Oh my, y'all don't know about water heater out. All that shit got boiled water, put in the tub to take a bath. Lord, you know about that shit. But we did had to eat beans and oatmeal. And she not obligated to do shit for us. She not obligated to do nothing for us. Walk around with Payless shoes. My mama sitting here getting all the motherfucking food out to the pastor because she fucking them. You want to really talk?
That's terrible. I was just making sure I heard that right. So the mama was giving the food stamps to the pastor because she's having sex with the pastor. And meanwhile, her children are hungry. Yeah, sis, you need to direct your grievances towards your mama and the church and whoever else was involved with that. But that didn't have nothing to do with Glorilla.
Talk about it, and you struggle with us, and you don't want me. Like, come on now, and I don't give a fuck about what none of y'all dicks saying. Fuck you too. I mean, yeah, fuck you, bitch. I don't give a fuck about what none of y'all gotta say. Cause if I don't get tired, okay. We forgave our mama that shit. My mama was fucking so motherfucking bad. She had to. It was Victor, Daniel, Gloria, Miracle, and Joshua. 5 kids. 5 kids. My mama's struggling so bad. They going to school. Man, I'm talking about damn near smelling because we ain't got the water heater out. The MLG and W, all the lights off and shit. She dropped them off at my daddy's job. She dropped them off at the post office while everybody glorifying him. Even like, first of all, let me go ahead and put this on the table. I ain't gonna lie, I love my mom to death, but it really fuck my daddy. God let 2 idiots have kids. They were just laying up in that motherfucking heat fucking. God let 2 fucking idiots have kids. A lot of them. Kids they couldn't even support, do shit for. That's why we so fucked up now.
You said a lot right there. You said a lot right there. What I heard you say was God let 2 idiots have kids. They were just sitting in there having kids and couldn't even support us. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I try not to think about the way I came into the world. There's so much about it I don't understand. There's so much about conception that is divine. It is out of everybody's hands. Like, you can do everything right and not have a baby and really, really want a baby. You can do everything wrong and have all the babies. It's so out of our control, to a certain degree. You know what I mean? So just chalk it up to divine. I will never understand. But what you can understand is that God wants you on this earth because here you are. And every day that you wake up, you have breath in your body. You have an opportunity to live your best life. You have an opportunity to heal, to thrive, to learn, and to grow. And you deserve all of those things. You deserve all of those things. You can get help through the therapy that I was talking about. Unpacking that situation of your parents and why they had 10 children that they couldn't afford. But you belong on the earth because here you are. And I'm sure there's something special about you inside your heart and your soul that's just waiting to be unleashed. There's some gift inside of you that only needs to be polished and only needs the opportunity to shine. All you need is the willingness to show up for yourself and just try your best day by day and moment by moment. And every day is not going to necessarily be the easiest days. You're going to have good moments and bad moments. But just keep showing up for yourself. Keep trying. Keep striving. Keep being willing to learn, willing to heal, willing to turn and repent from the self-destructive ways and turn towards the ways that nourish you, that give you life. The universe is abundant and wants to take care of you. And it's a relationship between you and the higher power that you serve. To get in touch with that gift that you have inside and using that gift to harness the abundance that the universe has for you. I'm sending you light and love and compassion. I will continue this video. I know this is a long video, so I didn't think I would be able to do it in one live. So I will come back possibly tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it will be in the next few days. And I will continue to go through this video. After I complete this video of the sister, I'm going to do another video directed towards, or rather from the Glorilla perspective, and talk about the importance of Black women creating healthy boundaries in their life and curating a supportive network around them, and how to deal with money when you're new money, basically. How to handle, from a more of the emotional standpoint than the tactical standpoint. But how do you navigate being new money? And how do you navigate coming from poverty, being surrounded by poverty, and being the one person that made it? So I'll be doing a separate video from that perspective. So either tomorrow or within the next few days, I'm going to come back and I'm going to finish this video with the sister. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Afrocentric Woman. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when I go live. Peace.